Turn my camera on as well. Grand rising to all of you guys. Hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday so far. Okay, I'm having a little feedback here. Let's see. Y'all give me a moment so I can figure out what's going on. Technical difficulties. It seems like I have some feedback going on and I don't want that happening. Feedback. Okay, so I'm just going to use this right now. It's just a testing, you guys, because I'm trying to figure out how to do this. But it's not. So can you hear me? Because right now I don't hear feedback on my end. So I think I may have got it right. Perfect. All right. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna turn my camera on. I think I fixed the problem. Thank you guys for being patient as I figure out this technology. This world of technology is everlasting changing. I'm gonna turn my camera on. Grand rising to all of you guys. Thank you guys for joining me on this live stream via YouTube, via Zoom. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, if this is your first time new to this channel, make sure you subscribe, you hit that notification bell, and you give me a thumbs up. Is that something that everyone say all the time? I don't know. Is that just like the whole trend of YouTube? But whatever. Smash the like button because I'm going to be bringing some wonderful content your way. You guys. I have a message for you guys. And today's topic is being the messenger. the messenger. You are the messenger. And I want to share this testimony with you guys because I mean, it really touched my spirit. And just the way it touched my spirit, I wanted to touch yours. A lot of you, again, I like to brush up on what I do. I am a surplus chameleon, and I assist people after foreclosure with recovering funds that they knew nothing about. So in this business, I see myself as an angel, a God-sent angel to help people with recovering funds and basically blowing the whistle on information that they did not teach us in school. Okay, they taught us, once we buy a home, we go create this mortgage and we go sign our names off on this mortgage and we make these payments. And yeah, and you're supposed to pay your mortgage every month on time. And if you don't pay that mortgage on time, or if you don't pay those taxes on time, someone's going to come knock at that door. Someone's going to call you or send you something in the mail saying that, yeah, you're behind on your taxes and your mortgage. And it's time to get on out of here because obviously you can't afford to live here anymore. That's what they got us believing and thinking. Okay, but that's going to be another YouTube show right there. Okay, so that in a nutshell is what I do, but I want to share my testimony with you guys on a claimant that I have been working with and how I feel like we are the messenger at times. And who signs our paycheck, who actually sends us on these assignments is the Most High. So I don't care whatever you think. If you're thinking you're doing this business on your own and you got all power in your hand and you making it happen and ain't nobody, you can't give nobody the credit but yourself, you're wrong. Okay. So I've been dealing with a claimant in Delaware. And this has been like an ongoing, like literally a few months now, talking back and forth. When I initially called this claimant, I was speaking with the brother, and obviously they did not have a really good relationship. But the brother was willing to help me find the other brother. And long story short, well, I'm not going to make a long story short. I'm going to tell you guys from A to Z what happened. Okay. So I'm going to take my time today. I'm going to take my time telling the story because I want to tell you the full story of how this went down. Okay. So I have been speaking with the brother. Sorry, I got a call coming across. I didn't put my do not disturb on, so forgive me for a moment. Okay. I called the brother and I informed him about the property being sold at auction. He did not know. He had no clue. And he was like, oh my gosh, my brother let the house go. And I'm like, yeah, that seems to what have happened. But I see the home is in mom's name. Is mom still living? He said, no, mom has passed on. I said, okay. Well, this was I believe a tax foreclosure. So I hadn't digged into the case just yet to kind of dig deeper and get, some of the deed information and things like that. First thing popped in my head is get the claimant on phone, call the claimant. Then I can do my research and my due diligence after that. So we spoke and he was like, yeah. So he kind of gave me some information that was really going to help me. He said, when mom was, before mom passed, she had, dementia, and my brother took advantage of mom and mom signed the house over to him. So that set a light bulb off in my head. I'm like, okay, so I'm not really talking to the right person. If mom signed the house over to the brother, then I need to be speaking to the brother. So the brother, he, helped me with trying to get in contact with his other brother and everything. And he finally gave me a phone number. He was doing everything he could to assist me. And basically, when I finally got a hold of the brother, he answered the phone and on my end, my fault, I mistaken. I'm thinking he was, a drunk or something, because the way he answered the phone, he was slurring, his words were all over the place. He didn't know who was on the phone, who was calling, he was just not alert and aware. So from there, I just, hung up the phone and I tried texting him or whatnot. And this has been going on for months, like months of just trying to get in contact with him, just to try to get him to respond to my text messages, to even return my phone calls was like pulling teeth. I would have to call the brother and say, hey, does he have any children? Can you send a son or a daughter to let him know that I'm trying to, reach out to him? And I think he reached out to a daughter, and the daughter obviously does not have a great relationship with her father. And that didn't work. So I'm like, okay, so I'm still texting and I'm not getting any response from him. I'm calling and I'm calling. Voicemail is full. I can't get through to him. I know this is his number because I somewhat semi have spoken with him. So long story short, which is not a long story short, I just love saying long story short, I kind of like gave up, but didn't give up on this. My husband actually took the initiative to jump in and start calling and texting. My husband got a response from him and he actually started texting back. And something told me, and this happened on Sunday, this past Sunday. I woke up and I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach back out to him again. And from there, when I opened up the text message, I had already noticed that he had been talking to my husband. I didn't know this, but he had already been talking to my husband through text. So I texted him and I was like, you know what? This text is really not going to do any good. Let me just call him. The spirit just told me to call him. And so my husband and I, we had been on this high vibration all week. We have been like really on this positive, high vibration of can't stop, won't stop, okay, so we were like, okay. So I picked up the phone and he answered. I called him and he answered and we spoke. And y'all, when I tell you that when God sends you to be an angel and to be the messenger, you have to allow God to navigate your thoughts, not just your thoughts, but your tongue. And I had to step in and really like minister. Can y'all follow me for a moment? I'm like, all you Baptist, Methodist, United Methodist, A&B, Church of Christ, whatever denomination you're in, like, I had to go minister to a complete stranger and wheel him in. But it didn't start off like that. When I called, I said, hi, Mr. Miller, this is Karen calling with Loyalty Royalty Recovery. I've been, texting you. I believe my husband called and left you a message. We've been trying to reach you. How are you doing today? He said, oh, I'm not doing too good. My chest is hurting. I was like, oh, no. I said, what's going on? And so he shared with me that, he had been in a serious accident a couple of years ago, and he's still trying to bounce back from it. He's on medication and he's suffering from brain damage. So I'm like, oh my God, Mr. Miller, I did not know all of this was going on. I am so sorry. Like, are you on any kind of medication? Are you getting treatment? Who's caring for you? So right then and there, I went right into empathizing with the situation. I showed sympathy, I showed him that I cared. I didn't go right into the surplus business and start talking about all of that. I wanted to check in with him first to see how he was doing. So I told him, I said, Mr. Miller, I did not have a clue that you were going through this. I am so sorry. What can I do to help you? And he was like, well, I'm going to get through this. And, God got me. And I said, okay, well, listen. I said, you are aware that the home sold. Yeah, but they're lying and cheating and stealing, and they're not telling me the whole truth, and they foreclosed on me and they lied about it. And I said, okay. I was like, I get what you're saying. They lie and they cheat and they steal. I said, I agree with you. Now that I understood what I was up against, I understood he was dealing with brain damage. That took me into a whole nother dimension because my father has gone through the same thing. My father is still living, and he has pretty much suffered a really bad accident, which left him, brain damage. And so sometimes when I'm talking to my dad, he can talk in circles. He can, he may have a little touch of dementia where he kind of try to go back to the past and thinks he's in the past. And sometimes our conversation can be a little all over the place, and then he can get a little mean and, whatnot. So I knew what I was dealing with, So the first thing you want to do when you're dealing with a situation like that, agree with them and say, I understand what you're saying. Yes, 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 I agree with you. You are right, correct. So I did that, and I just let him rant. I let him go on and on and on. And I just, I understand what you're saying. But listen, the house sold, okay? I need you to understand that the house sold. And he was like, well, I'm gonna try to get somebody to go out there and rehab the house, and everything's gonna be okay. God got my back. I said, oh, yes, God, he has your back. He does. But I looked into your case and I noticed that you just recently went to court, September the 10th. And no, I take that back. It was August the 10th. And I see where the judge denied the reversal of the sale of the property. I'm not sure if you fully understand what's going on, but the house sold, okay? The house is gone. But what did happen was there was an overbid on your property, and there was a judgment amount of a little bit over $9,000. Well, they can't hold all of the money. There are some funds that are due back to you from the sale of the property. And he was like, yeah, that was my mom's home. And yeah. And I was like, yeah, that was mama's house. And I know mama passed the house down to you. And I don't know what my brother talking about. And you don't know my brother. Like, I said, okay. I was like, okay. I said, let's not. Your brother has been nothing but kind and helpful with helping me get in contact with you. So let's not do that. I understand. I said, I know you still love your brother, but let's not do that. I said, he has not tried to do any underhand stuff and take your money or anything. He's really just trying to help. So that kind of calmed them down a little bit, You're dealing with someone that has dementia, that is suffering brain damage. So you have to know how to navigate the conversation and when to speak and how to speak. So again, his mind takes him back to, that was the home that I grew up in. That was my mom's home. I'm going to do everything I can to save it. Okay. So here I come back with my rebuttal. And this is where the ministry starts, y'all. This is where I was called to minister. I said, Mr. Miller, I said, I understand everything that you're saying right now. I agree with everything that you're saying right now. But I have to be the one to tell you that the property's sold. Well, God got my back. I said, well, you know what, Mr. Miller, sometimes God sends angels to come speak to you, especially when you may not fully understand what's going on. Can you look at me at this moment right now as an angel coming to help you, assist you with something that you have no knowledge of? He got quiet. He was like, okay. So I'm like, okay, he's listening now. All right. Everybody turn to Matthew 25 or 12. I'm ready, y'all. Like, yeah, like it's a bridge now. Yeah, that's only the full bit. Okay, so I said, sometimes God sends people to come talk to you. And God sent me. I just went on and stepped into that role. God sent me to come talk to you about this. And I'm the help that you've been praying for. I'm the help that you need. Can we say, honestly, can I just say that I'm the daughter that you never had, okay? And I'm here to help you so I can make sure that no one takes advantage of you, so you can fully understand what's going on. So take it as this is help from God. God sent me to help you with this matter. He was like, okay. So he just slowly started calming down a little bit. So then I'm able to move forward with what I need to tell him. Now, these funds are sitting here and we need to file a claim quickly. So these funds are not escheated to the state. They're sitting there waiting for you to claim. Well, I'm going to go talk to an attorney. No, no, no. There's that dementia. That dementia's coming back again. No, 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 no. You don't need to go get an attorney. You don't need to do any of that, okay? Because, oh, this is my YouTube channel. I get to say what I want to say. Oh, let me tell y'all what I said. Let me tell y'all what I said, because I can't get flagged on this. I said, you know them. I said, you know how you said the state and the county lie, steal, and cheat? Well, what makes you think an attorney won't lie, steal, and cheat? So what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna go pay an attorney for them to tell you what I'm telling you right now. Mr. Miller, I promise you, the house is gone, but there are funds that are due back to you. So what I want you to do is take all of this in, because I'm here to help you, and we need to get these funds to you as quickly as possible, okay? Because now we know, now you already know the state that lied to you. Now we don't need them to take you and mama's money to continue they cheating and lying and stealing. So he was like, yeah. I said, so I agree with you, but I need you to meet me somewhere in the middle, because we can't go pay the attorney. For what? They just denied you on August the 10th to reverse the sale of the property. Property's gone, okay? So I had to keep reiterating that to him. So long story short, y'all, because I'm telling you, this conversation went on and on and on. And I started to become very emotional, because it was like I was talking to my father. Because I would want a pretty young lady to come help my father if he was dealing with a situation like this. So I had to treat him like he was my own father. And so I got emotional, but I didn't tear up on the phone. I waited till I got off the phone. Y'all, I cried like a baby. I was like, I have to help him. I have to help Mr. Miller. I was like, oh my God, because I don't want him to be taken advantage of because of his situation. So we talked, and I was like, what I'm going to do is I said, do you have an email address that you would like for me to send some documents over to you so you can look over them and read over them? And it pretty much explains how we, go about the process and whatnot. He said, yes. So he went on and provided an email address. So I made sure I got that email sent over to him. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, Karen, you may have to send someone out there because you already know what you're dealing with. And 5 times out of 10, he may not even open up that email because y'all know, come on, like, he may not even have access to the email or is able to open up the email. So I did go ahead and shoot the email over to him, but then I have a plan B in place. And so what I plan to do is possibly send a notary out to get the wet ink signature and to get a copy of his ID. That is the plan B for me. But the great part of this is that we are speaking. He texted me this morning, and we're talking back and forth. We spoke yesterday, and he answered the phone, and I said, hey, Mr. Miller. I said, how are you today? He was like, I'm doing good. I was like, oh, that was good, because the other day you wasn't doing too well. I said, do you know who you're talking to? He said, Karen. I said, ooh, look at him. You sharp as a whistle. Got a good laugh out of him. That's where you want to have that bond with your claimant. That's where you want to be. He knows who I am when I'm calling. That lets me know right now that if anyone else calls him while I'm trying to wrap up his claim, he knows that if he's not talking to Karen with Loyalty Recovery, he knows not to continue his conversation. So that's where you want to have your claimant, where they know who you are. You have a rapport with them, and you already have a trust factor. You're building a trust factor with them. So we spoke, and He told me, I'm at a facility. I go to a facility every morning for rehab. And that's where I'm at right now. I said, okay, well, Mr. Miller, I do need a copy of your driver's license. Are you able to take a picture of your driver's license? So that way I can go ahead and submit it to the attorney, and then an attorney will be assigned to you. And so he was like, yeah, I can see if my caregiver can take a picture of my ID and whatnot. And I was like, okay, great. If she could take a picture of your ID and text it to me, that would be great. He's like, okay. So that right there lets me know he goes to a facility in the morning. So it's probably best that I can catch him around this time every day because he's at this facility. So I did get a text this morning from him, and I'm looking to make sure he hasn't texted me back. He said, good morning, Karen. I couldn't get anyone to take a picture of my ID. So can you mail documents to me to my address? God bless you. I have an address now. So what I'm going to do is, with the information that I sent him through email, I'm going to go ahead and print that out, and I'm going to mail it to him. Not only am I going to do that, I'm going to send a mobile notary out to get the copy of that ID, because it seems like he may not have the help that he needs to obtain that copy of his ID. So I'm going to go over a little bit over and beyond, because now this is a situation where I am needing to help someone outside of what we call surplus funds recovery specialists, where we're just calling people and, now I have to step out of that role and be that daughter that he never had. Okay. I'm assisting him further. I'm going over and beyond, if that makes sense. I'm going over and beyond my calling to assist him. So that is pretty much what's happened and what is going on with this claimant. And I'm going to go back to our phone call from Sunday. Before I hung up with him, and I know some of y'all probably like, wow, she really went there. Yeah, wow, I really went there, because that is the positivity and love that flows through my veins, that flows through every piece of my organ, that flows through every inch of me, from the top of my head to the bottom of my toes, the tip of my toes, okay, the bottom of my feet, okay? Before we hung up, I said, I love you. He said, I love you too. And he said, God bless you. I said, God bless you too. And I will talk to you soon. Yeah, I go there. I will go there. And I meant that. I love you, Mr. Miller. And I'm going to take care of you, because I refuse to allow someone to come in and take advantage of you, because now I fully know the situation. I fully know what's going on. So with that being said, I'm going to have to call him as soon as I finish this live, so I can let him know. Well, first I'm going to have to find a mobile notary in Delaware and send them out there to get a copy of his ID. But I'm going to let him know in advance so he can be expecting them, okay? I have to let him know so he can be expecting them, giving him a name, letting them know that, let him know that Karen with Loyalty Royalty sent me to assist you with getting a copy of your ID. That's how you handle that situation right there. So that is my testimony, you guys. I love what I do, because it's not just cold calling people. It's actually meeting new people and building a rapport and pushing your love and your positivity out to the world, showing these people that you're not just here to help them claim funds. You're just really here to help them, assist them with information, So I find this as I honestly feel like I'm like an angel. I am an angel, a God-sent angel to help people in these trying times, these trying times. So be the messenger, okay? Be the messenger, and just know that if you're in this business, and whatever it is, whatever purpose you're walking in through this journey, whatever it is that you're doing, if it's not surplus funds, if you're a makeup artist, or you're a photographer, or you help fix people's credit and clean people's credit up, understand your calling within that, what you do, and to know that God put you there. for a reason. And so it is up to you to really walk in it. Really walk in it. Yeah, really walk in it. And show that God is real, because he is real. And God put you in that position for a reason. He put you there for a reason. You're not just doing surplus funds just to be doing surplus funds. Look, I can't even get it out. You're not doing what you're doing just to be doing it. God opened that door for you to walk in faith and walk in this whole spiritual realm to be a blessing, to inspire others. That is what your calling is to do. So walk in your purpose, y'all. Walk in it. Believe in yourself, okay? Believe in yourself and just continue to love those around you. Continue to speak positivity, not just over your life, but in other people's life, okay? I just told you I had to minister. That was my first time in the pulpit. That was my trial sermon, y'all. That was my first time. Well, no, it wasn't, because I always preach to my friends, but to a complete stranger, I had to literally go there. Now, do I do this with every claimant? No, I do not. Whenever God tells me to move and speak in that aspect, I do that, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to leave you with this video. It is almost the afternoon. I need to give my claimant a call and love on them and tell him I love him, and I'm going to send somebody to help him, because that's what he needs. So I'm going to go ahead and get that taken care of today. Again, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit that subscription button, you like, and share this video with someone, okay? Share this video with someone that you feel that will really gravitate to this information, and I don't know, that will gravitate to this information, because we're out here changing lives. We really are. We're out here changing lives because our lives have been changed, okay? Our lives have been changed tremendously, and I just want to be a blessing to someone out there that needs to hear this message, okay? All right, so I'm out of here. What else do I have to share with you guys? Because I just feel like I can go on and on and on. We have, and I have a note here, we have our next challenge coming up. Those that are already in the surplus business that wants to learn more about assisting people after foreclosure, we will be having a class coming up the beginning of November. And I believe a class and a challenge. We will be providing scripts. We just did a wonderful coaching call last night where we went over a script on how to speak with the claimants and how to share information that they need to know in regards to their funds that are sitting at the county or with their mortgage company. Wonderful call, wonderful call. So that recording is actually available via Zoom. That we do have a replay for that. And what else is it? I have my notes sitting right here, and now they're gone. I just kind of shuffled and moved some things around, but I had notes on what I have coming up. But I will drop information at the bottom of this video so you guys can have my email. You can reach out to me. Make sure you're following me on YouTube. We also have a Facebook private group that I will put at the bottom here. All you have to do is just send a request and we will approve you to be a part of the group. And that is all, you guys. I love you all. Continue to be a blessing to others. Continue to be motivated and be encouraged, okay? Peace and love, you guys. Bye.